Hello, good afternoon, and I am here. Remember I told you I've been advertising it for the last couple of days that I'm coming to CRIMMD Library here in Ejigbo, Lagos, because CRIMMD Library is supporting my cause. I told you, if you remember, I said I was going to donate books to a special school for hearing and hearing impaired children. And so my friend, Dr. Raphael James, who runs the CRIMMD Free Library here in Ejigbo, Lagos, so graciously is giving us books today. And I thought, if I'm collecting the books, what better way but then to transmit from here? Like, let me show you what it looks like. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, let me turn it around. Turn around. Okay. All right. So this is the CRIMMD Library and Museum, Lagos. It is the largest private free library here in Lagos in terms of resources, not in terms of space. And it has about 30,000 books in the library. Many students have come here, they've come to read. Some of them have actually read. They not only have they used the books from here, they've gone on to pass. No, you can go in. We're talking about the library today. And that's the CRIMMD Library and Museum, Lagos. And all the students, where are you guys going to? You finished for the day? Are you coming back? Okay, when are you coming back? Huh? You are at work. But you came to read, you came to use the library?
No, we came to repair some.
Oh, okay, all right.
Just said the program, but we have to.
Oh, no problem. Thank you so much. Okay, so Pastor Joe Gibbs, I am here in front of the CRIMMD Library and Museum in Ejigbo, Lagos. This is the CRIMMD Library and Museum. I'm here. Joe Gibbs, it's good to have you. Thank you for joining our live. I'm walking into the library. Okay, let me show you the library. It is the largest free private library of resources. You see, there's so many books in this library. A couple of weeks ago, I wanted to do something in the library in Surulere, and I went, and guess what? They charged me 1,000 naira for just a couple of hours. You know, my friend, Dr. Raphael James, yeah, that's him there. He has a free library. I paid 1,000 naira for how many hours? So today we are in the Center for Research, Information Management and Media. Did I get that?
Yes.
Media development. Okay, I missed out the D. And that is where I am today in transmitting my life. Joe Gibbs, I'm still sweating, so there's nothing we're going to do about it. I'm still sweating, so there's nothing you can do about it. Joe Gibbs, I'm still sweating, but I have tissues, so I'm going to mop my face. Anyway, thank you for joining our live broadcast. So we're here today in the CRIMMD Library. It is pronounced the way it is spelled, CRIMMD, and I'm here live. I'm sure you can hear the sound of youngest member of the library, and that is Michael. We'll see him later. But before I get to talk to people, I was just thinking, okay, if we're here and we're talking about books, let's talk a little bit about books. You know, I like talking about books. I love books, and I'm sure you do too. Joe Gibbs, I guess. My friend Joe Gibbs is on. And Joe Gibbs and I were classmates at the University of Jos, and he's watching now. We're together in the Department of English aeons of years ago, and he's here and he's watching. Okay, so I went online, said since I'm coming to a home of books, let's talk about books. I'm going to be talking to the people who are library. A couple of them are reading. But before I talk to them, let's talk a little bit about books. I know what they think about books too. All right, now when I opened up, I wrote books on Google. I opened up Wikipedia. Oh, great! That really okay. Joe Gibbs said they also have a community library at the youth center. What is YDI, Joe Gibbs? Where is this your place, Jogi? Because I'm coming to come and beat you. I can't come and see you and hurt you. I have to see people. It's been a long time since I last saw you guys, so I'm coming. Anyhow, like I said, when I typed books on Google, this is the first thing that came up. Book, noun, a written or printed work consisting of pages glued or sewn together on one side and bound in covers. That was one. And then the second definition for book, when I first typed it on Google, was a bound set of blank sheets for writing in. Okay, now let's see. This, let me see your own. This is a book. This is like the first definition of book. Open it. Let me open the book. Right, the first definition of book is a written or printed work consisting of pages that are bound together. So this is a book, as in the first book. Then the second definition is plain sheets. Who has got a book there with plain sheets? You know the one you write it. Okay, plain sheets. No, a book. Like the one you write in. A book that you write in, like an exercise book, a notepad. Great one. So this is the second definition of book, as I found on Google. Then, okay, that's Michael. That's the youngest member of the library. And then I went on again to Collins English Dictionary. Book. The first definition was countable noun. And it says a book is a number of pieces of paper, usually with words printed on them, which are fastened together and fixed inside a cover of stronger paper or cardboard. This is the Collins English Dictionary definition of book. Books contain information, stories, or poetry. For example, his 8th book came out earlier this year. That's using book in a sentence. And was an instant bestseller. Oh, okay, yes. When my own book comes out, it's going to be an instant bestseller. So watch out for my book in a couple of months from now. The Dempsey Chronicles. Yes, I have to advertise myself now. The Robinson Crusoe is one of the most famous books in the world. Joe Gibbs, you know, I am always sweating, so it is not a matter of air conditioning. Okay, when do you want me to come to the library, and where is your library? I'll come to the library very soon, so let me know and we'll arrange it and I come to your library. Okay? All right. Now, the synonyms for that one, you have work, title, guide, and volume. Then the second definition by Collins English Dictionary. A book of something such as stamps, matches, or tickets is a small number. A small number of them put together between thin cardboard covers, like a book of stamps. Do you have a book of stamps? Okay, doesn't have it. So I'm talking to Dr. Rafael James. He is the one who runs the library. But I'm just trying to give you the definitions of book as I came across on the internet. Now the next one again, Merriam-Webster Dictionary. First definition of dictionary: a set of written sheets of skin or paper or tablets of library. A set of written, printed, or blank sheets bound together between the front and back cover, like an address book or like the one we saw. This young man is writing in a book of sorts. In fact, he's using two kinds of books. He's using the textbook, okay, and he's using the other book from which he is writing. What's your name?
Franklin.
Sorry?
Franklin.
Franklin.
Yes.
What school do you attend?
Great Michael's.
I beg your pardon?
Great Michael's.
Okay, and you're in what class?
I'm preparing for JAM.
You're preparing for
JAM.
For JAM. Okay, so how did you find out about this library?
Like, I was, a friend of mine told me the library is very, very efficient and possess most of the textbooks you get for efficient understanding. So I had to.
So for how long have you been using this library?
For close to, close to a year.
Okay, so are you going to write the exam, or have you written the exams already?
I've written the first exam and I'd say.
So you're able to find all the books you needed, and were you happy to discover that it's free?
I was happy to discover it was
free. Great. So this is a free library. And Fubitella is watching. Thank you, Fubitella, for joining our live broadcast. Today I am at the CRIMMD Library. CRIMMD Center for Research, Information Management, Media and Development. And the voice you can hear is the voice of the youngest member of the library. His mother is here. And she's also part of the organization. So they all came in as we are having that one. So we are talking about books. And I'm here at the library because my friend who runs this library is donating books towards our cause. We said we want to give books to one of the special schools in Surulere, where you have hearing and hearing impaired children. And the principal is desirous of encouraging the book reading culture. But when I went into the library, I was dismayed to discover that most of the shelves are empty. Not were empty, they are empty. And she also made an appeal she needed books. So when I mentioned this on the program, my friend Dr. Akpoghene James, who runs this library, which is one of the biggest in Lagos in terms of resources, not in terms of space, there are over 30,000 books in this library. He has donated books. I'm still selecting the books, but this was time for the program. I said, okay, come and I'll later on show you the books as they are there. So, but what I've been doing for me, I've been trying to give a definition of books, since we are in the home of library is the home of books. Okay. So I am talking about okay, my is the youngest member of this library. Now, dictionary.com defines book as a handwritten or printed work of fiction or non-fiction, usually on sheets of paper fastened or bound together within covers. Now, I want to find out from this man what kind of book it is. So, can you tell us your name? Just a minute. Right. Okay, yeah. What's your name?
My name is Akpoghene-Adaiah.
Akpoghene-Adaiah. So, what kind of book are you reading?
I'm reading books on...
No, this particular one you're reading.
Okay. The revolutionary years, West African since 1800.
How are you reading?
Well, it takes me to historical perspectives.
Okay.
Of what happened, just to know about what our leaders have done in the past.
Okay. So this one is about Nigeria?
Yes, about West Africa.
West Africa. Do you have Nigerian...
Yes. A town in Ogun State.
Okay.
Written by Timothy Jolade-Adewale.
Okay.
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 Division. That's okay. The South. All Ecuador division.
Okay. Wait, all these places are calling. Like me, I don't know. I think I feel so. You have to, because you are from Ilaro.
No, I went to school there. I went to school.
Oh, now you are talking. You went to school there. Okay, so yeah. Now, because you went to school, please don't assume all of us know Ilaro. Yeah. So talk to us about Ilaro, because I have people who are watching.
Well, Ilaro is a town that was founded by Aro. Aro was a warrior from Oyo in those days, and it was during the time of when there was between Ilaro town, Ilaro people, and Dahomey.
Okay.
No, Dahomey. King days of Dahomey was always waging war.
Okay.
There was a king called Glade.
Okay.
Create diabolical powers.
Okay, wait first. Now, Hakim-Jimoh.
Yes, sir.
No, yes, sir.
Yes,
okay, so okay, all right. Hakim-Jimoh, you are here. You are here in the library. Can you tell us how you came about coming to this library? Okay, before you, let me welcome some people who have come on, who are watching. Okay, I've already welcomed Fumi Teller. Thank you for joining. My person LFA is watching all the way from Port Harcourt. Thank you so much for joining. No, Port Harcourt of Bayelsa. Thank you so much for joining our live broadcast. Dr. Akpoghene James is watching. Thank you so much for joining our live broadcast from a couple of meters away from me. And Jane Longer is also watching. So Jane Longer is the mother of the youngest member of this library. Anyhow, for those of you just know, we are at the... Okay, let me... Just a minute, Hakim-Jimoh. Today we are at the Center for Research, Information Management and Media Development, CRIMMD, and it is the largest free public library in Lagos in terms terms of resources, not in terms of space. There are about 30,000 books in this place. Now, the reason why I'm here today is because I have a course. I went to one of a friend of mine told me, I just had a burden to go to one of these schools because I feel I would like to give back to society. And when I got there, I discovered that the library doesn't have any books, and the principal is desirous of equipping her library with books. This school is a government special school, special in the terms that the pupils are both hearing and hearing impaired children. There are also some children with Down syndrome and autism in that school. But because Verses and Paragraphs is committed to bringing back the book, we want people to read. We want people to read because readers are leaders. Our leaders of tomorrow, if they do not read today, I don't know how they're going to lead us tomorrow. So I am at the CRIMMD Free Public Library, and I'm talking to some of the people. I've already spoke to a young man who is preparing for JAM. What's the one you're preparing for now? Post JAM. Okay, post JAM. And I was talking to Hakim Jimo. He's reading history of Ilara. I don't know how to come to this library. So that's the point we are at right now. Okay, so Hakim Jimo, it's over to you again. Hakim Jimo, right? Is that the correct name?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so tell us how you came to.
Well, my coming to the library was coincidental.
Okay.
You know, it was 2014 December. No, 2004 December. I was going
4
to,
or 14?
2004.
How old is this library?
Now, it's 2004. It's going to 14 years now.
Seriously?
It's 2004 December. So it was commissioned 2004 December.
Okay.
So I was going to my office that time. Then I passed the front of the library, and I saw my co-worker inside the library, who started the library with him. Inside the library with him. So I saw him, he called me. I said, what are you doing? He said, this is a library that's just been commissioned. Okay. So I entered, and I took a fancy to the library. That was the time I got to the library. I became a patron.
That's in 2004.
Yes, 2004 December. I became
so today is we're in 2018. That is how many years now?
14 years by December.
Amazing. Yes. Okay, now I need to welcome somebody to the show. Now Zash Ability is on, and Zash Ability says, "Wow, I need to visit this library." If you live in Lagos, you definitely need to visit this library. It is amazing. And then Oluwa Funto, thank you for joining our live broadcast after a very long time. Oluwa Funto is watching from France. Wow. She's watching from France. Thank you so much for joining our program. I'm sure you remember I said I want to collect books to give to a special school in Surulere for hearing and hearing impaired children. And today I'm at the CRIMMD Library because the proprietor and owner of the library is giving us books to give to the children. I said, well, instead of just collecting the books, why not have a program from here? Because after all, no learning is lost. And anyway, I started off this program by giving a definition of books, because since we are surrounded by books, there's so many books here, I'm surrounded by over 30,000 books of all shades and all calibers. Let's see. Let me read that. Okay. We have medicine, law. Can you read out some of them for me, please? Yeah, physics. Geography, physics, okay. All right. I'll show you. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. We're going to.
There are books on computer science.
Computer science,
nutrition. Then biographies.
Biography, and then there are encyclopedias. So many books here. Hello, Sava. Oluwafunto, Sava. Speaking French. Anyhow, we've been looking at the definitions of books. Because if we're surrounded by books, if I ask what is a book, what would you say? Now, let me try and put somebody on the spot now. You see, everybody says surrounded by, so let me put someone on the spot and find out if they know the definition of books. Okay, now, I know this one. This is Sharon, always Bube. And guess what? I remember some weeks back when we had the birthday of the youngest author in the country or in the continent. She published her first book when she was 5. Today she's 18 years old. Am I right? 18. Okay. And Sharon Olwebube James. She is the daughter of the owner of this library. So Sharon, can you give us your definition of a book? What are books? What is book?
Book is of papers bounded together that contain information.
Okay.
I want to go back and make reference to them.
Okay, I like that definition. How about you like that definition? Okay, now it is hiding in the baseball cap. Can we know your name? Chidera. What is your definition of the book?
Books are pages. They contain stuff.
They contain what kind of stuff? What kind of, say they contain stuff, what kind of stuff?
It contains pages. Like it's books are pages.
Information.
Either fiction or non-fiction.
Okay, great. That's great. Great. Oh, great together. Okay, that's great. All right. Okay. So now, and my sister Eloho Efemwa, my younger sister Eloho Efemwa, she is watching all the way from Edinburgh. Eloho is watching all the way from Edinburgh. Eloho, thank you so much for joining our live broadcast. I am at the CRIMMD Library. And I need to tell you that this makeup and this hairstyle are done by people in this. Okay, Jen, okay, yeah, she's feeling hip. I'm going to get to her very soon. Anyway, we've been talking about books. Well, yes, okay. Yes, okay. I greeted Olua Funto. She lives in France, and I said, ça va bien? She said, oui, merci, et vous? Très bien, merci. Très bien, merci. Did I get that right? Anyhow, we are still talking about books. Hello is my junior sister. She is in Edinburgh, watching from Edinburgh, join our live broadcast. Thank you so much. Hello says, well, yay, yippee, yippee, yay. I'm still talking about the definition of books. I'm yet to get, okay, I'm going to talk to, okay, is he saying no? He doesn't want to talk. All right, we're still talking about books, the definition of books. Dictionary.com is a website I love using. They say, books are handwritten or printed work of fiction or non-fiction, just like Chidera said, usually on sheets of paper, fastened or bound together within covers. And then they have a second definition, a work of fiction or non-fiction in an electronic format. How many of you have read ebooks here? Ebooks here, yeah, okay, great. So many, everybody saw their books, all right. And then the third definition of at dictionary.com, a number of sheets of blank or ruled paper bound together for writing, recording business transactions, etc. Okay, I was wondering, okay, we'll be talking books. And I wanted to find out who created the books. Now there's so many theories about who created the books. In fact, after I thought I had found out who invented the book, I went on and I discovered that it wasn't him. It wasn't him. Because everybody wants to attribute the printing of books to one German man called Johann Gutenberg, who invented the press. Everybody says he invented the book. And in fact, Europe considers him as one of the greatest inventors there was. He was born in 1398 and he died on the 3rd of February 1468. But in actual fact, well before Johannes Gutenberg, there was a book that is reputed to be the world's oldest book, and it is called the Diamond Sutra. Those of you who are online, you can Google it now. The Diamond Sutra. The Diamond Sutra is the world's oldest known printed book, and it was made in AD 868. AD is Anno Domini in the year of our Lord. You know, when they're talking about years, you either have BC, before Christ, or AD, Anno Domini, the year of our Lord. Anyway, the Diamond Sutra, S-U-T-R-A, is the world's oldest known printed book. So, but if Gutenberg printed his book in 1455, it can't be the first printed book. But I think his is the oldest printed book in the West, because he printed the Gutenberg Bible in 1455. While Buddhism's the Diamond Sutra is the oldest printed book in the East, printed in 868 AD, and no dominion, that's after Christ was born. So you have BC, before Christ. So you see 868 and 1455. Definitely Gutenberg wasn't the first person I think the West just wants to say, oh, wait, they are the first people who printed a book. But that is that. Now, the earliest history of books began with head scrolls and sheets of papyrus. Papyrus is a material similar to thick paper that was used in ancient times as a writing surface. It was made from the pith, a tissue in the stem of the papyrus plant. And it is first known to have used in ancient Egypt, because that papyrus plant was once abundant across the Nile Delta. Apart from being a writing material, papyrus was also used in the construction of reed boats, mats, ropes, sandals, and baskets. A calamus, the stem of a reed sharpened to a point, of bird feathers were used for writing. And they keep on asking, where did the book come from? Where did the book come from? I really want to know where the book came from myself. And I went online, but if you go online, there's so many conflicting stories. But the Diamond Sutra that came from the East is reputed to be the world's oldest book. Like I said, contrary to Western history, that Gutenberg invented the printing press. Even the printing press that they say he invented, the printing press has its origins in Asia, where it existed for centuries before making its way to the West. So the only claim that Western history can claim is that, okay, yes, he was the first that brought it to the West. But before this time, the technology which was later developed into a printing press by Gutenberg was actually has its origins in Asia. So Gutenberg's real genius was in adapting the technology for a Western market. So it wasn't Gutenberg who was the one he just adapted a technology that had already been in existence. Okay. Now, the first printing mechanism, according to what I found on the internet, is that they used wood blocks or wood cuts. The printer would carve letters and pictures into flats of wood, ink the wood, and then transfer the images to cloth by pressing the wood against it. Something similar to the technology that is used today in some of these art classes. Like I was doing with my nephew, my little niece in California. We'll take potatoes, we'll carve a design, we'll put paint, and then we'll press it on paper. Now that technology used to be what was used in printing, and which Gutenberg adapted for Western markets. So he didn't invent, he only adapted a technology that had been in existence centuries before he was born. Okay, they say even though wood block printing is painstaking, once you had your carved wood, you could print several copies of each page from it before the wood was no longer in use. Plus, you'll be guaranteed that every copy of the book will be exactly the same. Unlike books copied by scribes who often made mistakes, or unlike today's printers who they promise you, okay, yes, your book will, and then to get you to come and publish your book, they use direct imaging. And it looks so sharp, it looks so clear. Then they go, and then when your 1,000 copies come, you'll be wondering, what happened now? You know that Nigerian man used direct imaging to catch you, and then he prints everything for you. Thank you so much. Peter Longa is watching from Abuja. Peter, you in Abuja. Thank you for joining our live broadcast. Today I'm broadcasting from CRIMMD Library. And Peter, I have this, this program is called Verses and Paragraphs. And it's everything to do about grammar. Anything, literature, writing. There's one Jane Longa here is wondering if you are our brother. Peter is from one of these place or something. Yes, okay, yeah, Peter Longa. Peter Longa is also my brother from another mother too, because his mother is Isoko. So because his mother is Isoko, he is my brother. Okay, so I am broadcasting from CRIMMD Library today. CRIMMD Library is the Center for Research, Management and Media Development, and they are contributing to my course. The course I have is that I'm trying to help a special school in Surulere equip their library. Their shelves are bare, and on the program Verses and Paragraphs, we are committed to bringing back the book. So Dr. Raphael James, who is the owner of the CRIMMD Library, has graciously donated. I'm still picking the books, but I had to come here. I'm still collecting the books, but I had to come here and show you. And so this is Dr. Raphael James. Okay, this is a good work you are doing here. I know what he already said, that he commands my work and the energy I put in, and the Free Library is proud to have me visit them today, and I'm proud to be here today and want to say thank you so much for donating towards our cause. And Hakim Jimo here says that he's been with this library the last 14 years. So could you tell us a little bit? Okay, that's Jane. Jane is the one who did my makeup. Okay, before we go back to Dr. James, Jane is also the CRIMMD Free Library. Also has the CRIMMD Free Workshop for Women, right?
Free Skill Acquisition Center for Women. We do Ankara bags and shoes, catering, dressmaking, soaps, embroidery, tie and dye, screen printing, bead making,
okay,
music class.
All right. Okay, so that's
artistry
and
everything. It's free.
It's free. That's the amazing thing. It's free. And this is the man who is at the back of it, all Dr. Raphael James. That's the camera.
Shy.
How are you, Shy? Okay, so anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for giving us the books. Okay, I will first do a quick run about the books, and then okay, let me show you the books first. This is the library. Like I said, it's the biggest free public library in Lagos in terms of resources, not in terms of space. There's so many books in this library, so many, over 30,000 books. And not only are there more than 30,000 books here, he also has, we're going there now in a bit. See, there are books and books. You have books, so many books. And then, as you can see, there are young people here who are, sorry, I didn't get, what's your name? Adesola, are you a past student or a present student? Okay, so what class are you in? Yes, S3. Okay, you're getting ready. Okay, you have just finished. Congratulations, you just finished from school. So why are you here? Just want to make sure you have a, don't want to waste your time, right? Okay, I'm telling you, I'm putting words into my, tell me why you're here.
I'm here to refresh my memory.
You're getting ready for university. Quiet, jam. Okay, great. Anyway, congratulations. Then over there. Sheung. Okay, Sheung. All right. Are you working here or you? You're the librarian. Oh wow! I'm used to much older librarians. Good to see you. Anyway, Dr. Raphael James, my friend Oluwafunmi, I haven't met her. She's watching from France. She says, "Well done, sir." She says, "Well done." Okay, she says, "Okay, thank you so much, Longe." Peter Longe, you have a sister here. Anyhow, all right. Now, you see, beyond the free skill acquisition workshop that they have, Dr. Raphael James has got, what do you call that, your museum? Nigerian History Photo Museum, and we are going to take a walk there right now. So come with me, let's go to Nigeria's largest history museum. This man has got pictures of our leaders, past, present. Okay, not to come. I can't say to come, but if I say to come, we don't know are the ones who are going to come. But anyhow, he has, oh my word. Okay, let me turn it around. You see, this is Nigeria's history. Nigeria's history. It's a photo museum. I never heard of a photo museum before. Okay, Chuba Okadigbo. These are which one?
Maybe you should start from the top.
Okay, let's start from the top.
Let's start from here.
Okay.
That's the Prime Minister. That's Dr. Okay. Now, that's actually the list of all those who have led us as presidents or head of state.
Wow.
Now the third one there is of interest.
Yes.
A lot of Nigerians don't know him. A lot of Nigerians don't recognize him. That is Senator Nwafo Orizu, who was the acting president of Nigeria for 92 days.
Oh my word, I
and
didn't know
yet
about
we
that.
don't recognize him. Yes.
I didn't know
Then
about
the other
that.
one is General Akpoghene-Adaiah,
Yes, remember that one.
General Yakubu Gowon, General Murtala Mohammed,
Wow.
General Olusegun Obasanjo,
Wow.
Alhaji Shehu Kangiwa Shagari, General Murtala Mohammed, General Ibrahim
Badamasi.
Babangida, Chief Ernest Shoneko, General Sani Abacha, General Salam.
Where is it? Where is it?
That's Salam over there.
Okay, there, Salam.
Abubakar. Then Olusegun Obasanjo now as the civilian president. President Shehu Yaradua, President Goodluck Jonathan, and our current president.
Okay, can I carry my hand? My hand is from stretching. But do you see what I see? He has governors of central bank, chief justices, secretaries to the federal government, chief army staff. This is amazing.
The Senate presidents,
yes,
speakers of the House of Representatives.
Yes, she said this is so innovative.
Inspector General Police.
Yes.
And interest. Maybe you should move to this area.
Okay, all right.
Nigerian currency.
Wow.
From shells to the cowries.
Which one was the first one?
No, this is the first one. We started with shells.
Okay.
These are different sizes of shells. Then from shells, we moved over to cowries, the production of a cowrie.
Okay.
And this is the smaller cowries. Then from the cowries, we moved to the Manila money.
Okay. All right, there we go. Yes.
Yeah, this was also used. It's a part of Nigeria.
What is this one? What is it called?
Well, I actually don't know the name, but they said it was money.
Really?
Yeah.
And these are the Manilas.
Yeah, the Manila iron money.
And then these are the small cowries.
Cowries.
And then these are
the coins. These are old coins of Nigeria, from the ones with the holes in the middle to the present day coins that we use today.
Wow, this is amazing.
Now, beside the coins, we also have these. Yeah, these are the West African currency. Then there was no particular Nigerian note. The colonies of the British colonies of West Africa were all using the same money. So these were West African currency. This axis, and here we have Nigerian old pounds. When they were using the pounds.
I think I remember this one. I remember this one.
Okay, it's very, very possible.
I remember this one. Eugene Eromosela Itwa, thank you so much for joining our live broadcast. We are currently in the largest photo museum of Nigerian history, where Dr. Raphael James.
Now, these are the ones that a lot of Nigerians still know.
Okay.
We have from the old pounds.
Just a minute.
Okay.
1 pound, yeah. 1 pound. Amazing. Where did you get all of these ones from?
Well, as a collector, yes. I search for them. I search practically everywhere.
And I'm sure for some of them you may have had to pay for some of them.
Yes, I did. I paid for some of them together.
Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. Oluwafunto from France says she is wowed at what she is seeing.
Okay.
Okay, so now, these. Okay, sorry. Want something else?
Yes. Over here we have collection of all old civilian governors, those who have served as civilian governors in Nigeria from 1979. Actually, I should say from 1960. We have those ones when we had the 4 regions.
Okay.
From the 4 regions to when we had the first creation of states, and the states keep multiplying to date. Over here now, where you are now, the military governors. Wow. We have all those who served as a military governor one time or the other in Nigeria. Yeah. Interestingly, let me also point out at this time that because of space, all our photos are not on display. We have over 36,000 photos, but they are not all on display because of space.
Okay, look at that. That's Ojuku, Fajuri. These are
those were the
who
governors
made
of
history.
Exactly, the first regional states.
History of Nigeria. Oh my word.
Then over here we have stamps.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also a stamp collector. Yes. Now this actually I got this one from my collection. Representing Nigerian stamps. The younger generations don't know stamps.
No.
Because they deal with emails.
Yes.
They never had that privilege of using stamps to post their letters.
Yes. So these are Nigerian stamps. Let me see if I can see any one that I used. Because I use stamps.
I know you used to this.
Yes,
this
I missed it. Okay, I even remember this one too. Yes. I remember all of it. So this is awesome. Oluwafunto says more awareness to be created so students can visit and learn more about our great history.
Well, we've been doing a little bit.
Oh, this is so interesting. Who knows what this is? Who knows what this is? Do you know
over
what
here
this is?
A 1922 gramophone.
Whoa.
It's still playing.
It does?
Yeah, it plays very well.
Amazing. The one that you have to crank it up.
Yeah, you have to whine.
You have to crank
it
up.
Then it rolls and the music starts. And over here we have this 1884 vintage camera.
Wow. Wow. And that's a lantern.
Yeah, that's the lantern. This is the colonial helmet.
Uh-huh.
This one was used by the colonial masters.
Oh my word. Who remembers this? Who remembers this one? Where they used to use
okay, this.
Your father would use
they lock it then.
they lock it so that you can't use it.
And wine and wine for you
okay,
to get.
Okay, thank God you're also in our generation. She said she also used stamps growing up.
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh my word.
Now this section represents the Republic of Biafra. We have from their map, their anthem, we have their currency, we have Biafran stamps. We use and photographs of some of those who played prominent role in the making of the Reformed Republic of Biafra.
Okay. What's wow. Okay, this is Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Yeah,
is this supposed to be one of the rebels?
No, a machinery that was made by the Biafran army to fight on the Biafran side.
Okay. Oluwafonto is laughing at the phone box. This is amazing. Go on speech accepting the Biafran. Now who is this one?
That's the Biafran child, malnourished Biafran child. Those are one of the things the Biafran children went through during the war because foods were of short supply to Biafra and the kids had to starve.
This is amazing. A typewriter, fax machine. This is history. Who are all these? Okay, these are the. Hey! I remember her name, Florence Shaw. She named us Nigeria.
Exactly.
She's the girlfriend or wife of Dr. Lugard.
And that is Dr. Lugard.
Yes, I remember that portion of our history.
Okay, and this is the two of them when they got married.
Okay.
Now, according to history, Flora was initially attached to George Goldier. The point when he to them was after himself, Rhodesia, and Flora came up with the name Nigeria.
Okay.
And so the relationship kind of broke down, and she switched over to Lugard.
Yeah, that's Mongopa.
This is our last general, James Robinson, and he has the man that discovered Niger.
That's funny, but this is amazing. That's the Queen of England.
Yeah, when visited Nigeria.
Who is that person over there?
That's when General Yakubu Gowon returned to Nigeria after exile.
Wow. Oh, he was exiled. I didn't know about that. This is amazing. Isaac. Okay.
This your man.
Who is?
That's of Lagos State. Raji Fashola.
The one who is the current
Minister for Power and
anybody
Housing.
who sees you should tag him on this one. You should see his picture here.
Now this is over here, the young man over here. Okay, that's Professor Wole Soyinka.
It's not true.
And this other young man here is Emeko Juku.
Okay. What is
This is Goodluck Jonathan.
Joy. This is
the late Minister of, I think it was Minister of Transport.
amazing. Wow, this is a lesson today. I mean, how do you guys feel? How do you guys feel watching all this? How do you guys see? This is Nigeria's history in pictures. That's what libraries and museums are all about. Where if you do not have a library or museum, you cannot document our history for future generations to see. So must commend Dr. Alfred James. Thank you so much.
Most welcome, ma'am.
Oh, thanks so much. I've had a wonderful time, and I guess all of you watching outside. Okay, so but before I just want to show the heap of books from which I'm selecting now. A heap of books from which I am selecting for the children. So this is the library and museum, and then where we're going to. Okay, they're watching us there. And then here, this is the classroom. Okay, so these are the heap of books from which I'm selecting. I have to select because not all the books will be applicable to the children. So I'm selecting And I even saw one book here, very interesting. Let me show you this book, Dr. Raphael James. When I saw it, I was so excited because where is it? Oh, I'm coming in just a minute. All right, there it is. The #1 ladies detective agency has been made into a series, and I actually have the series. Would you like to watch it? I can give it to you to watch. My friend gave it to me while I was in Los Angeles. My wife, she said she didn't need it, okay, but she felt I feel better to me, and so. But one is detective agency. It's been made into a series now. Very interesting. I'll bring it when next time coming. So people, these are the books, and these are the books, and this incidentally is where they do the hairdressing, where they do the baking and the bead making and everything, and that is Dr. Raphael James. Once again, thank you so much. Thank you. You're very much. Thank you very much. Okay, people, thank you everyone who has tuned in today. I'm sure you must have had a wonderful time today. I've had a wonderful time, especially okay, especially what was I going to say? All right, and then if you enter this office, it's amazing. Can you see up here? These are the awards that Dr. Raphael James has acquired from both within and outside the country. He's a tourism expert. He just recently came back from the second awards that he has received both from within and plenty more books. Okay, what are these?
I collect stones as a hobby.
And are these a lime that is a part of our... Okay, this is what matters.
This is more of a hobby thing I do.
Okay, hobby, stones.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just study them.
Okay. And of course that is his gown as a doctor. So let's look at what he has. Newswatch magazine. He has kept them since 1985. He has bound them. It's amazing. I think we need more people like this because it documents our history and different kinds of clocks. This is his office as different from that same with that one. Babangida, Rollins, Obasanjo, Mahama. Sorry. Okay, Jonathan. Who is this one? Barack Obama. Barack Obama and what have you. Anyway, I guess this has been, it is really amazing. It is really amazing. Okay, so I've had a nice time. Thank you everyone who has tuned in and who has joined our live broadcast all the way from the CRIMMD Library. Thank you for joining us all the way from France, from Edinburgh, from Abuja, from Lagos here, and also from even inside this room here. They've been watching me. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been an amazing time. I've had a wonderful time. Thank you very much. And if you also would like to donate to our cause books, we are willing and welcome to have that one. And on that note, thank you everybody for joining. Tomorrow is another day. And Joe Gibbs, you promised that please send me the details. I want to see you and Hetty. So give me the details. Thank you so much, everybody. For those of you who miss the live broadcast, it's going to be on Facebook, and failing which you can go to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. God bless you for tuning in. Let's do this again tomorrow. Goodbye.